Hi guys, this is Rusty78609 and I'm traveling again, bow and arrow or on the road, and I'm at Carrizozo or close, elevation 5,438 feet, population 1,222, and it says I'm at a hysterical or a marker here. It says Carrizozo, county seat of Lincoln County, was established in 1899, a new town on the El Paso and Northeastern Railroad. The ghost town of White Oaks, once a booming mining camp, is nearby. Billy the Kid, Sheriff Pat Garrett, Governor Lew Wallace, and Albert Bacon Fall all figured prominently in the history of the area. Let me expand on that a little bit by saying that also nearby here is Fort Stanton. And Lincoln County was the home of the Lincoln County Wars back in, I think, the 1860s. And the Lincoln County Wars, it's a good piece of USA Western history in that there were two merchants that were vying for the military business out of Fort Stanton, which is off to the east here, I guess, or whatever direction that is, doesn't matter. And so during this feud for the business, the English merchant was trying to play by the rules, and the other guy, the old Western cowboy type merchant, didn't. Okay, and it ended up that the English merchant was killed, and that just happened to be a very good friend of William Bonney or William McCarty, better known as Billy the Kid. Billy the Kid had pretty much been taken in by this merchant, this Englishman, and treated him like a son. And Billy the Kid really had never had anything like that in his life. And so when the merchant was killed, he made up his mind that all those that had been involved in that ambush, which it was, were going to go. And he got them. He sure did. And now you got to remember, Billy the Kid's span, his history here was only about 6 or 8 years. He died, I think, at the ripe old age of 20 or 21. He wasn't old. But anyway, we're in the community of Carrizozo, New Mexico, and I'm headed out to Valley of the Fires, BLM campground. We'll talk about that when I get there. But anyway, the Lincoln County Wars was a big deal, and also you can come out here and visit Fort Stanton. You know, they have some programs every now and then. I've been there, and they also have some BLM campgrounds near that fort that are free. Okay, there's no hookups of any kind, but they're free. Okay, I guess you get what you pay for. But in addition to Billy the Kid and the Lincoln County War is probably going to be a little shaky. This road, this is the main street, but it's very rough. But in addition to all of the Billy the Kid, Lincoln County Wars, and all that sort of stuff, they had out here nearby to the left, is we're going to turn in that direction. We won't go by it today because it's further on down the road, is the Trinity site where they detonated the first atomic bomb in the USA, or the world, I guess. Anyway, the price of gasoline here is no surprise, $2.69 for regular unleaded, about 30 cents higher than Alamogordo, because here they can get it. You either pay it or walk. And there's a guy with some mules pulling a wagon, and it says Jesus Saves. And he's got American flag and all kinds of stuff. So he's out saving the world. Well, good for him. At the speed he's going, that'll work just perfectly. But anyway, we're headed to Valley of the Fires Recreational Park, 4 miles. They have a few sites with water and electric. They don't have any with septic. They do have a dump station. The rates for me, since I'm going to be dry camping in my RV, will be $6 a night. How long will I stay? I don't have a clue. I didn't know how long I was going to stay at Three Rivers Petroglyph or Gear Springs or Carlsbad either. I just stay till I get the urge to move on, and that's the way I like it. And I just wake up and go, But I kind of planned this. Yesterday I went to Alamogordo, filled up with gas, bought some groceries and stuff, so I'm good for several days. I mean, I got plenty of beer and plenty of wine. Now, I don't have anything to eat, I got water. But be that as it may, no, I'm good. I bought some groceries and stuff, and I don't drink that much anyway. I'm kind of like Dean Martin. He had a reputation for being a drunk, and he really wasn't. He was also not only was he a good singer, he was a pretty good actor. But anyway, Carrizozo. We just left. That was it, guys. That was it. We just drove through it. We're out of it now. They do have a good hamburger place downtown. I've eaten there one time. But it was a great hamburger. I can't remember. It seemed like I thought it was a little pricey. But anyway, if you look around at this area, it's that same old barren desert area like I've been in for a while. And, think about Billy the Kid. He was like 13 when he killed his first man, okay, supposedly. But he was a back shooter. All of those old guys back then, none of that crap about gunfights. Some of that occurred, but rarely. I mean, if you had it in for a guy, you just shot him in cold blood, and that was the end of the crap, because there was very little law, if any, out here, and it was every man for himself. So why take a chance in a gunfight when you just he comes walking out of his house, you blow his brains out, and that's the end of the crap, and that's the way they got rid of that English merchant. They ambushed him, and 5 guys ambushed him and slaughtered him, okay? But anyway, this is also called the Malpais, or Malpais. That means the Badlands. And basically it is bad land. I don't think you could grow anything out here but creosote or some desert plants. But I like it. I like the endless views, the beautiful sunsets, beautiful sunrises, and all that stuff. And I've said that 1,000 times. But again, notice that this trip this morning was about, let's see, I left the other campsite at about a little after 10. It's a little after 9, and I'll arrive at the next campsite a little after 10. So that's 1 hour. I've been averaging 14.5 miles a gallon towing, which is good, and it makes it nice. So, you take these little bites, like how to eat an elephant one bite at a time. The longest journey begins with a single step. Well, it's the same way with RVing, and for people that do it. See, I was passed on the way here by a few RVs, going 75 miles an hour, which is great, and I'm sure they're enjoying the hell out of it. And that's the way they like to travel. That's not the way I like to travel. But I remember, I never did go fast. I never did drive fast. I never did. I always drove around 60 miles an hour. But now I'm down to, right now I'm going 45, okay? But there's no traffic on this road either, or very little, and nobody out here. Why? Because there's nothing. I mean, not too many people are in the market for greasewood or creosote or tumbleweeds or desert. And most of, I could guess wrong on this, but in my opinion, most of New Mexico, Arizona, and Nevada are desert. That's it. I think any place that gets less than 9 inches of annual rainfall is considered a desert. And I imagine, again, most of those 3 states that I just named would fit that. It says Valley of the Fire Recreational Park, 1 mile. Yeah, that's good. I mean, it's been a good morning. So that makes it nice, man. It makes it so nice. See, I can be all set up, have my lunch and stuff. Everything's cool, no hurry. And that's the way I like to do it. So we should be getting really close. The entrance, you just have to kind of watch for it. I'm not sure. See, you'll think that is this it right here? Because you just come up on it all of a sudden, as I recall. But they do have showers and flush toilets. So you can go in and take a good shower. I may do that, wash my hair, what's left of it, and on and on we go. But I'm not going to get I called them. They said they had 2 that just had no hookups at all, and I could have one of those. And so I said, well, I'll be there in about an hour, and I'm going to be right on time. Valley of the Fires is to the left. Now, there's not much here, guys. I mean, I'm telling you. Kind of like Three Rivers Petroglyph site. I got to get some of their envelopes, so I'll have to take a break, and then we'll go into the park. But this is the entrance to Valley of the Fires Recreation Area, and it says U.S. Department of Interior, Bureau of Land Management. They have a little visitor center where they got some books and stuff, and not much else. And then they have a little walkway around some lava flows, and they've got some signs all along the way that tell you what it's all about, and it's fairly interesting. I've walked it a few times. Let me get me an envelope. Let's see, for me, I don't, it says develop, I think I have to pay $6 a night here. Well, let's see, tent camping $7. I wonder if I think I'll just pay them $3.50 because that's all I'm going to be doing. But hang on, after these messages, I'll be right back. Let me hook the seat belt, and I'll be right back. Good. You know, there's a campsite right here. But what I'll do, like I always do, I'll drive all the way through and check them out and see what we got. So we ready, Ski Cat? Yeah, we ready, Daddy-O. Let's go. Oh, I guess I got to put it in gear. I forgot step 2. Okay, so that is number 1. And that is a definite possibility. Coming from the other way, I would have to come from this way. That's all right, I can just turn around, that's not a problem. Depends on which side I want a view of. There's some people leveling a Class C. How you doing there, Chief? I'll be dog, somebody wave. And here's another Class C, a forester by Forest River. See these right here, these have water and electric. And off to the right is the lava flow. Now I can't remember the time on that, but it's a neat little area. I mean, it's usually windy, typical high desert. If you could see that American flag on the left, you'd see it blowing straight out, which is not a surprise. I've been here in my travel trailer years ago. I came here and camped in the Prius a few times. I came here in the pickup, and on and on and on. So I have been here. The showers are nice, but they've got those little thing, you push the button and the water runs for a little bit and cuts off. You push the button, it runs and cuts off, and you can't regulate the temperature of the water. It's just whatever comes out. He said number 14, but they're not numbered. Wait a minute, that's number, hell, I don't know what number that is. Shit. What does he think? Oh, that's 10. Okay. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Doesn't look too bad. Well, it looks like you'd have to have a backhoe to level your RV. Looks like you'd have a good view though. Let's pull around it. But see, the only downside of it is you got this one right here, and believe me, this is 13 here. This one has water here. He said 14. Oh, I guess it has water and no electric. Well, you know, if you come from the other, you can turn around and come from the other way and have a pretty good view. This is number, well, somebody's got a water jug there. See, a lot of people honor that. Somebody put a water jug there and some pots and stuff. And what happens is, you know, people are here and some of their friends are here, and they'll call and their friends will say, yeah, we'll run down there and put some stuff and hold it for you. Well, see, actually that's kind of fair and it's kind of unfair. You understand? Because what happens is they get a spot. This spot here, there is a spot down here on the end that I've often wanted to camp at. I did one time, and as I recall, it was nothing but a hell of a windstorm. And I'm looking for, Jesus Christ. Okay, let's go. Yeah, this one right here might be okay if it has, that's number 15. The good thing about this one, though, at night you don't have any traffic. Again, the downside is, of course, I'm in an RV this time, and this may be okay. I may take this one, okay? I just may do that. Now, I got a choice. I can either pull around here and face out to the right. Actually, this is a tent site, so I'll get this for $3.50 a night. So do I want to face out that way or that way? And the answer is, in other words, do you want to see the sun rise or the sun set? I think I'll watch the sun set. So let's just pull up here and see. I don't want to get my window right by that thing. So anyway, guys, we're here. I need to set up camp. But it is a nice view. It's been a nice day. Temperature right now shows to be 65, which is not bad. This is a good time to be here, okay? I promise you. Because in the summer, it will cook you. It will cook you. All that black stuff you see, that's lava flow that occurred, I don't know, millions of years ago. Who knows? Long time, older than I am, if you can believe that. But anyway, from Valley of the Fires, New Mexico, this is Rusty78609 saying thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye-bye. Buy anything your little heart desires, but if you think about it, use the link to Amazon products in the description of my videos. Why? Because I get a small commission if you do, and it doesn't cost you anything, and it helps. It helps, I'm telling you. But what else? Yeah, and for those of you that have used the link, thank you very much. What else? Drink plenty of water, take deep breaths, stretch, walk, do all those good things to keep your health. And if I don't get blown off of this hill, then we're going to be fine. But anyway, I'll do some videos later. But as you look across that vastness out there, that desert vastness, now just think about Billy the Kid. Here he was, 13 to 20 years old, traveling between here and Silver City. He could speak fluent Spanish. His actual name, I think, was William McCarty, I think. But he was an ugly kid. He had teeth, crooked-ass teeth, skinny. But the Mexicans really liked him. He could speak fluent Spanish, and so he got along. But anyway, but imagine riding across this area out here on horseback, going all the way from Carrizozo area to Silver City, which is probably, as a crow flies, our horse would go, probably 100 miles, I'm just guessing. I could be wrong on that, but I bet I'm close. But having said that, enjoy your life one day at a time. Adios, guys.